Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. We're hanging out at Repticon Kissimmee. Guys, I need to know what the hell's going on with this.
Kiss you. Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know what that is.
This is your boy. This is Zay. This is Zay with Speed. They're doing things to a gator that I don't understand.
Where is he? Is that Florida?
Yeah, they're in South Florida.
They're
in South Florida. That looks like
somebody doing things to a gator.
Yeah.
A little too excited.
So
you know when like.
Zay's a trapper, probably trapped the alligator, and in the process, people get to pay him like $50 per person, and then you get to trap the alligator with them.
You know when
probably how they did it. That's my guess.
Okay,
you know when like dogs get like too excited and they're like their whole body's shake and they just start like losing it. I think that's what happened.
That was Speed.
Yeah, he just got on and he was like, "This is the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life," and just let loose a little bit.
I didn't even know what to think about that. I was like, what the fuck?
Would you do that?
That's crazy.
I mean,
would you
do what?
Do that? The act that he was doing to this gator?
Not the act. No, I would catch it, but not like that.
That was weird.
I'd probably be excited.
That was a weird
like
form of excitement.
I agree. Everyone to their own, you know.
Yeah, it's each their own. We don't.
Yeah, but he's known to be a crazy.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's funny. Some stuff is funny.
Yeah, for sure.
When he barks, bro,
my bark is funny.
Has me dead every time he barks.
Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about on the show. We have to talk about your herping trip.
We do. I've had a couple actually.
Do you have what?
I've had a couple trips.
Yes, we have to talk about you because you've been gone. Tino's back.
Let's get to that first.
No. That's gotta be.
I'm ready.
That's gotta be.
I'm ready.
It's gotta be there. We gotta wait a little bit because there's some drama. So that's gonna be a little bit towards the end of the video. So you gotta watch the whole thing to get to there.
Simmer.
I have some show notes. Next week, I am gonna post one of the videos that we've done on the day of the podcast instead of posting a yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So you're gonna get a backdoor pilot to one of our videos that we've been doing, and etc. We have lives that we do after the end of recording the podcast on Sundays. So make sure you're tuned into our YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, share, do the whole thing. And obviously the Reptiles with Podcast merch. And then the Golden Standard Gecko Club is happening the weekend that this is coming out. And I'll throw the promo here.
Us as reptile breeders should have standards when it comes to producing the best animals possible. Have you ever worried that breeding has gone too far and we're starting to focus mostly on the color and the pattern and not caring about what the actual animal's functionality is? With new gecko morphs coming out that question the ethical standard of our breeding capabilities, we need to make sure that we have the most responsible breeders trying to produce animals that are not just functional and beautiful, but are the whole package. The first Gold Standard Gecko Club show will take place at the Flora Fauna Conference in New York on May 4th, and we are encouraging every single breeder to enter the competition and show off your best gecko. We are trying to promote responsible breeding and not just producing nicely colored geckos, but we want well structured, we want functionality, pattern, the snout length, the eyes, everything. We want to make sure that we promote responsible breeding, and that is why we are excited to see what is to come this May.
And we're back. Okay.
All right.
So, how was the show? You guys saw something cool, like literally right now.
Yeah. Oh, Fly River.
Yes.
Little Fly River, not for sale, but still cool to see.
Yeah,
a small one.
Never touched one before. That was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to hold it.
What did it feel like? Because it looks like it feels rubbery.
It feels exactly like a soft shell turtle.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever held a soft shell?
Like
it feels like that.
Okay.
Harder.
Weird. Okay, so when you feel like the back end of a soft shell,
like
it's flappy. Yeah, but like the top half is hard.
It feels a lot more rigid.
It feels like that. Yeah.
But I wonder how they feel if something scratches them. Do they feel worse or?
Because there's a layer of skin over it, probably.
I would always wonder.
That probably does hurt them more.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know if they bleed or not.
Yeah, but that was cool. What else? Saw some rat snakes. I love the rat snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Some pretty corns. There was some guy who had like wild type corns. And I was like,
Yeah.
whoa! Like I don't know if they're wild caught or captive corn, but they looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
They looked gorgeous.
You know a thing or two about some wild caught corns.
I do know about wild caught corns.
We'll talk about it later. Oh my god.
So funny.
Oh man, listen. Who sent this about the fossil discovered in India? May have been the largest ever, the snake fossil.
That was Tino, right?
Yep. No, that wasn't me.
Probably me. I don't remember.
It was
somebody
Eric.
sent it.
Yeah.
So now we have a new largest snake that has ever existed. Mind you, they only have the spine.
Okay.
Like vertebrae pieces.
Okay.
And then from there, they can tell that it was like the size of 3 anacondas.
Okay.
Jeez, for
Sweet.
real?
Yeah.
You know, have you guys seen Jungle Book?
Yes.
Yeah.
The live action, sorry.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there is a part where Mowgli sees, what's the name of the snake? Ka or something like that?
No.
I don't remember. It wraps around him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's the
Mowgli
illusion.
finds this snake and he pulls up a shed, right? And the
Yeah.
shed
Yeah.
is huge. So I got into an argument with my wife last night because she's like, "Do you think a snake shed can be that big?" She's like, "What's the like biggest girthy snake?" I said, "Mine." Pause. No,
Hilarious.
I said I was like, "Oh, an anaconda." And she was like, "Do you think it could be that big?" And I'm like, "Well, it's like this. I don't think it could be that big because of this and that." And I started explaining to her, and she's like, "But why do you have to be so specific?" And I was just asking you a question. I was like, "I don't know, man." Yeah. So, do you know anything else other than the fossil?
Yeah, no, it's just a vertebrae that they found, and because of that, they can tell that it was larger than Titanoboa, which was the record that we've had as the biggest or largest snake that has ever existed.
I mean, it couldn't just be a bigger Titanoboa?
No.
A bigger specimen?
So
No,
what makes it different from Titanoboa?
It's in its own family. They know the family that it's in. There's
Interesting.
other snakes of that family that have been found before.
I
just not that one
Okay.
I
that
see.
large.
Okay.
So it's not like that family has just been found. There's like 6 other ones of that same family.
Do you know if it has any like relatives today?
I don't remember reading about that, so I'm not
I mean,
sure.
if it's in India, it's probably other Indian snakes.
I wonder what kind it could have been.
no shit.
Yeah. I mean, well,
Yo,
that
that's
makes sense.
crazy. He said,
Yeah,
if
no.
it's from India, it's an Indian snake.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you could just leave it at that.
I mean,
Yo, that's crazy.
I don't know how else.
Geographical projections have said that India was a subcontinent that did merge with the rest of Asia.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
You can only.
I mean,
you can only
if it's-
assume.
You can only assume
yeah, I
that
can only
it's from
assume
India.
they're from India. I would think.
That's it.
The Malaysian tapir would say otherwise. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
But,
I don't know. I don't know,
That's
bro.
crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I'm not a paleontologist.
Neither am I.
Well,
Fuck.
What are you? Both.
what am I? With
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah, what
Other
are
than Mexican, like what are
Other than
you?
Mexican? I'm also Puerto Rican.
Okay, there you go.
Hell yeah.
you? You're a herper.
I'm a herper.
We'll talk more about
No.
it later. No, we'll
Not
talk
a
more
herper,
about it
dude.
later.
They're
I'm
so
taking
funny.
all of their licenses.
You guys are
Oh
so
my God.
funny.
All right, so did you guys see this little girl is a herper? All right, check this out. Here we go.
What if I hold it?
Did you guys watch this one?
Not me. That
Oh, I did see this one. Yes, I love this video.
Yeah. So she goes and she pretty much is talking to her mom and she's like joking around like, "Oh, I found a snake." And then she pretty much has it there in her pocket. The mom freaks out.
She politely freaks out.
Yeah, politely freaks
Yes.
out.
Respectfully.
Respectfully freaks out.
Can she not find it, dude? What is
No,
it?
is that I think she's like a little bit shy to take it out. She put it in her pocket and there it is, little guy. The mom's kind of scared because she's like, I don't know what
What
this
is it?
Guess what kind of snake it is?
Black racer.
No, it's a garter.
Okay.
Yeah, guarded probably because she has a jacket.
A yacket.
What does the garter have to do with the jacket?
Up north. Cold.
They do good in the
Oh,
cold.
okay. Oh, look, there it is.
Look at that.
Look at that little garter.
Badass.
Oh.
Look at that little specimen.
That's
cool.
badass.
Yeah.
I could never.
You can never.
Yeah.
I was
Still?
doing that as
to
a
this
kid.
day.
No, I could. To
this day?
To this day.
I have some young pictures of myself holding black racers from the garden, just like,
Yeah.
look, mom, look what I have.
Yeah.
Wow, you're so cool.
No, it's just funny.
Yeah.
You didn't do that?
Did you take a picture like that with a brown water snake?
No.
Tino, when I was a child, I was afraid to go in my own like backyard because of the frogs. Okay.
Okay, I guess.
Oh
I
my
guess.
God! Talking about frogs, did you see the? I haven't sent it to you. Eric held a
I
big
did
ass
see that.
bullfrog.
Yep, I saw that.
Respect.
I'm recovering.
Respect.
I'm recovering.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did the
Respect.
thing. I did
doing it.
not. I filmed it.
Yeah.
How was it?
I hated it,
They're slimy.
but it's not as bad.
Okay.
I could still never do a Cuban.
Just
tree
imagine
frog.
them as a big Cuban tree frog.
That is so
I don't wanna hold it ever
frogist.
fucking
It's
again.
crazy.
Froggist.
Frogist.
I'm frogist
That's funny.
as fuck.
Froggist is a
funny.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
crazy.
shit, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cuban tree frogs do
I
it
think
for
you
you.
just. You know what it is? I think you just don't like tree frogs. Because you're fine with dart
No,
frogs. You're
'cause
fine
I
with
can-
toads.
I can grab a white tree frog.
Oh
now.
really? Okay.
It took a while.
Red eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also took a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's the Cubans.
It's the
I
Cubans.
I don't know.
I
The
think it
name
was-
tells me something. Right? The name.
Eddie said so when he was holding it, he was talking about that he doesn't like the Cubans, and Eddie was like, "Well, they are kind of like the ugly house gecko of the frog world.
Huh.
They're just like
I
ugly."
just don't like what
Some
they
have good
do.
patterns. Some can be green
What
or
do they
brownish.
do, Eric?
Their habits, like they just insert themselves into like the crevices of shit. So
All
it's like
tree
every time-
frogs do that. Yeah,
no,
they do.
don't.
Yeah, they
when
do.
was the last time someone saw a fucking barking tree frog in their fucking porch?
It's because the Cubans are
A
eating
few
them.
days ago.
I'm fucking jealous.
I mean, humans are eating them.
It's weird because I can be okay around the natives. I found a little pine woods tree frog when we went out. I grabbed it like nothing.
You're just fine.
But if it was a Cuban, I ain't getting close to that shit.
Huh. Weird.
So
They also are like sporadic with their jumping.
They all are.
All frogs kind of are.
No, I mean like a narrow-mouthed toad will just like.
Yeah,
I will say
know.
psychopaths.
I don't know
Cubans
what's
are a
up with
little
you guys
bit
because
bold.
y'all like giving me like things that all frogs have.
I know for Eric,
like,
it's
they
like
jump.
I know for Eric, it's like well, actually for both of them, it's trauma. It has
There's
to do
like
with trauma.
deep. The iceberg is
Yeah.
really deep with the Cuban tree frog.
It has to do with
man.
trauma.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Which I get. Like I
No,
have.
I don't get it.
My
You don't have to. You
I know
don't have
people
to.
that are afraid of like lizards sometimes because they don't want them jumping on them because
Yeah.
that's like shocking to
Question.
them, and they can maybe relate that feeling with the animal itself. So I get it. It's something you got to work
Yeah.
on.
You grabbing a cockroach?
No.
I'm not grabbing it, but I'm murking it.
Okay. Will you grab a rhinoceros beetle? Same size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
yeah,
how
but
I
they're
feel.
beetles. Yeah,
that's
they're
how I
all
feel.
beetles. But the difference.
That's
Look,
the logic
here's the
there.
difference. Here's the difference. Cockroaches
Eat people.
children. Yeah, they eat children.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay, they're.
Do they really?
Yeah. They
no,
grab
no.
people, fly away with them,
Have
and
you
drop
not
'em.
seen how big a Cuban tree frog can get?
Have you seen
No,
how
yeah,
big
yeah.
a
That can kill
cockroach can
people.
get?
Yes.
The cockroach, I've seen them eat frogs.
Cockroaches are vectors for disease. They've been studies that can give kids asthma. It's super hard to kill them.
I
They're
have
like
asthma.
indestructible.
And Cuban
Probably
tree frogs are
from roaches.
yucky.
You could take off their heads. They
But
keep
Cuban
on
tree frogs
walking.
eat the roaches, so I'm killed.
Yeah.
I'm killed with them.
Okay, but they're also killing everything else.
Yeah, that is true.
They're killing the
But they ain't
dogs.
killing me.
They're killing
Yeah, you know what I
they're
mean?
not
Like the
killing dogs.
roaches are. Like,
That's so funny.
Still,
So
We're
funny.
at
I
war.
don't fuck with the Cuban tree frogs.
I
Sorry,
don't
guys.
fuck with any of this.
You gotta get better.
I don't wanna
We're
fuck
gonna
with
get
the
you better.
roaches.
What's the closest you can get to a frog? Like, can you hold a salamander?
In my hand?
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
Okay.
Tongue.
Because it looks like a lizard.
Well, it could be with a fucking like a cup, like a deli cup. I can hold the deli cup that holds the Cuban.
What about
tree
a rain frog? Have you seen those?
What's a rain
They're
frog?
the ones that like dig themselves under into
little-
like the dirt or sand.
Show me what it looks like.
I'll show
Can somebody
you.
pull it up?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what they are.
it's
like
literally a blob.
here, yeah.
A
Eyes.
blob?
Yeah, it's a cute blob.
It's a little circle. It's
Is
like
it gonna jump?
No. Their
I
legs-
held a toad the other day
What toad?
when we went to one of the last podcasts that we recorded. It was a baby.
Yeah, the little oak toads.
Yeah.
One of
I
the
let
oak-
it. I let it do its thing.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
It didn't bother me.
You're so brave.
I like how the
am.
one with
You're
no
so
signal pulls it
brave.
up.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
That is so cute. What
I
are you
don't want to
talking
hold
about?
it. Look at his
Look
butt,
at him.
dude.
He's fucking. He's
Yeah,
chewing
what
up
you
on
looking?
his
Yo,
face.
you're looking. Yo, his eyes are up here.
No, but yeah, they can't jump. So
I
I, was
love those
wondering if it was
frogs.
like a jumping thing. If it's like if it just sits there.
Maybe if it's like little-ish, maybe.
Okay.
I don't mind dart frogs. Dart frogs
Yeah.
don't bother me.
Interesting.
Like I
Oh, the
would.
ones that can actually kill you, you mean?
Actual threats.
That's
so funny.
That's so European of you. What are you going to do with that?
That's so funny.
Come on, bro.
I would have if I had unlimited space and I was like I need to have a frog enclosure.
Yeah.
It would be a dart frog
Okay.
enclosure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. We take a trip down south. We're catching mad frogs, and Yoshi's like, "I'll catch this one."
Yeah. Cane toads are worse for me than
Dies.
Cuban tree
Wow.
frogs.
Really?
Yeah, cane toads
Well,
fuck
I mean,
me
those
up.
things are ugly. They're gross.
We gotta get ready then.
They're
Why?
gross looking.
Oh.
Cane toads coming soon.
Oh, well, I guess this is the thing. So the reason why Eric was holding the frog was because Eric and I are planning. We're in the works right now to do a couple like kids' birthday parties, and so we were thinking about getting a frog because he has one. But we're like, maybe we get something else. There was a cane toad conversation, and then Eddie was like, "What about the bullfrog?" But he doesn't want to house a fucking bullfrog.
I'm not harboring that motherfucker in my house.
That's pretty much what it is because it's a free bullfrog. We don't want to house it.
So, y'all want a bullfrog?
No, no thanks.
Maybe in the future. I'm having a tank, and I think I need to put a frog in it.
Well, that's a big frog.
I have a big tank.
Hey,
You got
oh.
a big tank. You know what they say about people with big tanks?
Big
They
frogs.
got big frogs.
Now they got nothing.
All right, what do you guys think about this?
Beautiful.
Oh, so sick.
That is so cool.
What am I looking at?
This is
Oh yeah. I did see
this is the point of keeping animals how they should be kept. This
So-
right here. You know how many people keep that same snake in a
And have no clue
stupid
what the
tub?
fuck that they're. Like,
and you'll never see
That's
these
crazy.
behaviors that they're supposed to be
Yeah.
fucking doing.
So pretty much what we're looking at right now is a Woma python. It's digging a burrow in its enclosure, which is natural behavior. It's not a tub on some paper. Mind you, I'm sure some people can breed it like that, but this is really cool. I've never seen something
that is
like that.
enrichment. That is what you're supposed to see those snakes doing. If you keep them in the small spaces, they're not doing that.
I thought their head shape was to like nestle themselves in the sand.
Well,
I didn't know that they're
that
shoveling.
too.
You know
how many other species probably do that too?
Yeah.
And you'll never see it?
Name them.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Sambo is a good one.
Sambo. Fuck. Sambo is a good one. Okay, next topic. The salamanders with these tunnels.
Very cool.
Whoa, what is that?
Cool. It's so it's basically like little rivets in the roads that goes like when salamander breeding happens, they need to cross into from the vernal pools into like the large lakes to lay their eggs. They need to cross sometimes big roads. Mm-hmm. These tunnels will help them, at least some of them, to go ahead and use the tunnels and get across safely without getting hit by cars.
If I'm not mistaken,
they also have the fencing along the side so that the salamanders literally can't get onto the road and they're forced to go through the little rivet.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Florida does that on I-75 for like panthers.
For panthers, yeah. The panther. Oh, what's it called? You know what they're called,
Panther
right?
Bridge.
Not the Panther Bridge.
I don't know.
They're called something, but like they have the highway up and they have the space underneath for the animals to cross.
And then I know that there's issues with the diamondback terrapins going down through the Keys because they built that long road and there's a barricade in there. So a lot of them unfortunately get hit because they cannot cross when they're trying to lay eggs.
Bummer.
So I mean,
actually, they did the same. Actually, with what is it? I think. I don't want to mistake with giant salamanders. I don't know about. I think maybe Japanese giant salamanders, but because of dams that they have, they literally cannot get up the little like ravines and stuff in order to get to where they need to go for breeding. And so a lot of the times that how herpers go ahead and find them, they go to those ravines, and sometimes there are a couple pooled there because they're like they literally can't keep going.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
so
so
like
sad.
with permits, like obviously specialized people can help them to either put them over the ravine or whatever. But like that's how
That's so
people
sad.
that's how people find them now. And it's like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
That is very sad. With the salamanders, I just wonder how many actually cross. I wish there was like documentation of it, you know?
Yeah.
Other than just showing this is what we built, it's like this is what we built and this is what happens.
Yeah.
I would like to see like I
I'm
don't
sure
know
they'll
how
need
many
some
can you
time to
really
do that.
save, you know?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's cool though. I like it.
Yeah,
I think
me
it's
too.
funny how like even from like a larger scale with like a Florida panther under a highway, you have like little tiny like
Make more of
straight up
them.
like channels under
And
roads.
with the panther ones, they put like cameras out there, and this is not
To
just
check-
the panther, you
Yeah,
know.
everything
So
else
I
is
wonder
walking
what
too.
else benefits from those tunnels.
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't know, like a
Frogs,
garter snake.
spiders.
Yeah.
Whatever can fit in there, honestly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, you know what else I did on the channel that we should talk about before going forward? I turned on memberships.
Okay.
So pretty much,
Like what Chuck did.
no, that's
on YouTube,
Chuck
on
has
YouTube.
subscriptions on YouTube. So
Gotcha.
if you want to know more about, not on YouTube, on Instagram, my bad. On his Instagram, he's promoting some of the stuff that he knows about social media. And
In other words, he's selling feet pics.
yeah, pretty much. You can go to Bad Bio Reptiles for that. But here on our channel, if you want to become a member, there's a couple perks, and you could you get a badge, you get special emojis of our faces doing stupid characteristics that I'll show you guys later
funny.
today.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
is new to
God.
And
This is
it's
news.
just a way to help support us, and I'm not trying to do this fucking salesy thing, but I do have to announce it or whatever. So there's memberships on the channel now. I bought some turtles here at the
Fire.
show.
Hell yeah.
I bought. I guess technically I bought a lot of turtles.
Where?
Well, some of them are for sale. Those red cheek mud turtles. I bought some adults. They're like 2-year-old offsprings, and then they're yearling offsprings.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
There are turtle from my homeland of Nicaragua that I am going to breed.
They get bigger than the 3 stripes, right?
Way
They
bigger?
are bigger than
Yeah.
what I thought they would be for sure.
Not way big. Not like a yellow belly size.
Where they at?
No.
Where they at?
The big ones are the.
In that open 10 gallon.
Tyler, can you bring the?
Just
Yeah.
grab one. No. Oh, there you go.
they're
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Oh, they are big.
He's gonna grab one.
That is not a big turtle.
Well,
No,
that
Wow, dude!
that's like a 3-year-old.
Dude, this looks
They're-
like a
okay.
3 stripe without the stripe.
Excuse me?
So, the adults are like double that size,
Yeah,
and they
they're
have
pretty big.
They're
Wait,
a bigger
what?
dome.
Yeah.
Oh, this
You know
is
what?
cool.
Maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic about
No,
double. It's like an extra
no.
half of that.
It's like a box turtle. It has
Yes.
the boxy thing. It's like a 3-stripe box
Yes.
turtle.
Yeah, sure.
It's a mud turtle.
It's a hybrid.
That's a mud turtle.
Yeah,
Talk smack.
Mud turtles are musk turtles that can close.
yeah.
yeah.
Closable mud turtle or musk turtle.
They're
Are
cool.
you trying to get
Hi.
bit by this guy?
Yeah. Bite him.
You smell
Do it.
What does he smell like? Nicaragua?
water.
Fritanga.
water.
Yeah.
He has orange on his head. Is that
Yeah.
why you got it? Because it's from your country?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I wanted to have something that reminded me of my father.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to name him after your father?
Dad, right?
No, I'm not naming him after my father.
They're all.
You know, you could just call your dad. Some of us can't, Tino.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I would have to get turtles to see my dad.
Well, if you want some, I could give you some. They're also found in Mexico.
Oh,
so
shit.
Dad?
that is crazy.
Father Teen.
Yes. So Tino did just come back from
Teen
his
father.
trip.
Hello.
Let's I guess recap your adventures in Puerto Rico first.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
So fun stuff. I was there 4 days.
Yeah.
No, 4 nights, 5 days. And then spent a lot of time on the beach. The people I went with, very homebodies. So we got Airbnb in San Jose, or San Juan, sorry, and we just stayed there for a while. Let's see. I tried to do some herping, but again, homebodies, they get a little nervous on like the roads next to the hillside, so I couldn't go out as often as I wanted. But I made the most of it. Still saw some beautiful area. Saw the Rio Mamayes. Or Mamayes. I don't know how to pronounce. Mamayes.
Mamayes?
So cool. Such a pretty river. Awesome, huge boulders in the way, and we just walked along it upstream because it's not really that deep in the area that we went. So cool. For me personally, I was like we spent a lot of time on the beach, but I have beaches here. I have beaches in Florida. You know, I don't need to go to another island to see beaches. What I don't see in Florida are limestone caves and rainforest.
Puerto Rican boas.
You haven't gone to Miami.
Dude.
No, they don't have rainforest. They don't have limestone caves.
Limestone?
Caves.
The caves.
I'm talking, I go inside and it's completely around me. I don't want to go to North Florida.
Where?
Yeah, but the caves in North Florida don't have Puerto Rican
Yeah,
boas.
they don't have-
Higher up. Like
Higher up?
Panhandle east.
Ah.
I don't know what's
Pensacola.
in
It's
there.
not the same thing.
Regardless,
I don't know.
I
Saw
mean,
cave
it's
crickets
close to
and,
your, like,
Taylor
roots.
Swift scorpions.
Taylor Swift scorpions.
Taylor Swift scorpions.
Taylor Swift scorpions is crazy.
That's insane.
I actually have a Taylor Swift scorpion that I named Taylor Swift because of that. It's
that
funny.
makes sense.
That's
That
funny.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How
and
was
then-
it for one of the people that you went that it was, I guess it was their first time, like, there? Because you've gone
Actually,
to Puerto Rico.
with 2 other people, it was the first time. It was me and my sister. We'd been there before.
Uh-huh.
And then 2 other people that it was their first times. They liked it. They liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely different from, like, it's still tropical, so it's not completely different from, like, a Florida environment. But, like, just seeing mountains, it's crazy.
Yeah, it
Mountains with
breaks my
forests
mind,
covering
dude.
them.
That's cool.
It's fire, dude. Fire. And
You're
then
from Florida, you don't see any
you
of
have a
that.
lot of birds. Saw a lot of birds. Since we were on the beach, a lot of crabs, a lot of invasive birds. And where we were in the city, mad cats. Mad invasive cats. So many house cats out on the streets to the point where like you could walk down a block and see like 10 house cats.
Damn.
Okay.
It was ridiculous.
sure.
Okay.
In terms of the herps, Puerto Rican amoebas.
I was about to say, you went to El Morro. They were there?
Yeah. Oh, iguanas too.
Yeah, I knew it.
Hermit crabs I saw, different kinds of species of crabs. Saw anoles, saw the crested anoles, of course, but they're everywhere. Saw the emerald anoles, which are super pretty.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, you got green anoles in Florida.
No.
It's different. The dewlap
It's a
is yellow and
different
they're
green.
completely
Yeah?
green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the Carolina anoles, they've got like the white underneath, sometimes blues, sometimes reds.
And their head
but
is
not
flat
all
here.
green.
Over there, they're like
They're
a pug.
pretty.
Yeah. So super cool. Super cool.
Really?
Yeah. They're punched back instead of
Yeah.
like that flat head.
Yep, a
And
lot.
That is cool.
Are you gonna tell us about the Puerto Rican boa incident?
Oh my God. Okay, so I wanted to find a Puerto Rican boa there, right?
Yes.
Didn't get to do a lot of herping, but at the end of the day, I was like, I'm glad that I was in habitat, right? The day I got back, right? So there's this page on Facebook. It's called Derpatology. Not to shit on the page, but in that page, it's mostly leopard geckos and memes. You know, that's what they're posting on there. It's cute. It's nice. Not really what I want to see in my Facebook feed a lot. My mom sends me a post that someone put in the Derpatology page, and it is of a Puerto Rican boa that they found outside of a Popeyes. Okay, like a 20-minute walk from where we were staying in San Juan, literally in San Juan in the city in a Popeyes, and I'm like, and it was there the day before I left. And I was like, ain't no way I don't
Hit it,
join this
Chuck.
My
random
heart goes out
Facebook
to you.
group
Hit
and
the
it's
roast.
not there. It's insane. It was so sad.
I
dude.
know you didn't get to hurt,
So
bro, but
sad.
if you would have,
Yeah.
you would have gotten
Yeah,
one, bro.
yeah.
You could have gotten
Yeah,
one, dude.
I'm sure.
I wanted you to get one, dude.
Yeah, I wanted one.
Oh, you gotta
But
shout out the
I- I
coquins
want
too.
one too.
That just means we go back.
Yeah,
Yes.
I need
That
to.
means we
I
go
need
back,
to.
yes.
I need to.
Yep.
I would like to go to
Let's
Puerto
go.
Rico.
Yeah, I think first, if I get my money right, I'll go to Costa. After that, we'll go to Puerto Rico. And
Hell
Kira
yeah,
comes
dude.
back, I'll go to Puerto Rico
Fuck
and
yeah.
find the Puerto Rican boa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I need one too.
Yeah.
I went with shitty people too. So Puerto
I'm
Rican
down.
boa.
I'm down. We gotta go
Retic.
again.
Ooh.
Yep.
And then there's another boa on the east side.
In Mona, the Mona
Nope.
Island boa.
A smaller one on the east side.
Oh, really?
In the island.
Forgot
Okay.
what that one
Don't
was
know it.
called.
Yeah, it's related to the
Damn
Mona
it.
one though. 'cause it's
I know what
tiny.
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And then the ground snake I've never seen. And then the Spherodactylus, we can find so many.
Yeah.
And cookies.
Yeah.
Shut
I
the
also saw
fuck up.
cookies.
Come on,
I saw some
bro.
cookies.
Shut
but
the
you know where?
fuck
So like
up.
you hear cookies all the time, but
No.
where I saw them was actually when I went out in Habitat and went to the caves.
Hell yeah.
They were like in the
Yeah.
caves jumping around. I'm like, so cool, so cool.
And there's so many species of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw one of the bigger ones.
Really?
It was, like,
They're
a little
different
brownish,
species?
like
Oh,
this
there's
big.
so many species.
Okay.
Goki is
And they all sound different.
The genus, I think. Right?
Yep,
Goki
yep.
is the genus.
And it
It's
sounds
not
different.
a nickname for them. It's an.
It is, yeah. I mean, you
Okay.
can say they're cookies. A lot of them have
It's like a
similar
token. They're
calls.
called that because of
Yeah,
the
a lot of
sound.
them have similar calls, but
The little
some are
ones
very
don't.
different.
The little
Some are
ones
very
sound
different.
like droplets.
Yep.
Like if drops, like you know,
Yeah.
like a drop falls into water.
Yeah.
Like that sound. That's how they sound like the little ones.
Yep.
They're so cool.
Super cool. Super cool.
I love
Honestly, a little bit hard to visually see.
Okay.
Because like
Cookies?
when you're looking at a plant sometimes and you shine a light,
It's
sometimes
just a little
hard to see them.
tan thing.
Yeah.
And they
Sometimes
like
it's
to
just hard
hide in
see 'em.
between the
Look, different
plants.
species.
Oh wow.
Yep, very cool.
Different
They look like weird
colors.
greenhouse frogs.
Look,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so cool.
So cool.
that one's cool. The middle one's cool as fuck. Looks like a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, different species, and there's different species on the islands around it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really
So cool.
Mucho.
Gotta go
cool.
again.
Yeah.
It'll be
We're gonna
fun.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico too.
Yeah. Puerto Rico Part 2.
Yeah.
I have unfinished business.
Talking about unfinished business.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
feel-
double down.
No. This is the thing. There was something that happened that you would have had to have. I need to give context. There's something that happened on the podcast that came out before this one that we did not think it was a big deal. I'm gonna be very honest with you. It made me feel like I should start giving disclaimers before certain topics that we talk about, where it's just like, what we're about to talk about, it's not a personal take on anybody specific, and we might make some jokes, but they're just jokes, and we're going to dissect the situation. That's almost what it makes me feel like, okay? You guys know when we talk about something, and I've had this conversation with you, and I think I've had this conversation with you as of this week. You guys know that when we talk about something that's a little bit sketchy, that might get us in a little bit of trouble, my hands get clammy, I get a little bit shaky, I get nervous, and I express it to you guys. I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I start calling a couple people. I'll call Jeremy. Like, with one thing that we did one time, I called Jeremy for some reason. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, fuck. And I still post it, and I tag the people we talk about. In this case, with what we spoke about on the last podcast, it was so insignificant that wasn't even a thought, because I thought it wasn't that big of a deal. And pretty much what we're talking about is that we had a little segment in the last podcast where we spoke specifically about Tino and his trip to South Carolina, which we're going to talk about because, you need to tell us how it was for you. Tino, how was your trip to South Carolina?
It was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
I really
Okay.
enjoyed it. Drive was 7 hours up there. I did go alone.
We said 14.
I know, crazy. Technically 14 round trip. So you're not
there
too
you go.
far off.
Okay.
Yes!
14 hours on the road.
We're factual.
I went alone, so I was listening to pods and some music. This was interesting. This is great. So I'm listening to the Flippin' 10 podcast, right?
Yep.
Because I'd heard, like, oh, you should check it out. It's on the Repti-Culture network. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll check them out. So the first couple episodes I started listening to, I'm like, I kind of like this. This is kind of fun. It's kind of easygoing. I like these people. And then when I get to the campsite, the people start coming in because I got there a little bit early. I see a lot of Flipping Tin merch, like hats and shirts. And I'm like, I guess everybody here likes Flipping Tin, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, you didn't know? This is Jake and Sky. And I was like, oh, I've been listening to you guys for the last 7 hours. That's crazy. Yeah.
You close your eyes.
No, what? Yeah. I mean,
It's
I'm
like a
listening on
podcast in
Spotify.
real life.
Let me make sure. Oh yeah.
Because they're on YouTube too, but I'm obviously watching YouTube while I'm driving.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's crazy, awesome. And they're very supportive of the friends. Also, Justin is also there with the Repti-Culture network. He also has his own thing on there. And then Jack also has his own podcast. I forget what it's called.
There's one that does snakes and stogies, is it, or something like that?
I think so. I think something like that. But there's one where, like, the logo. Sorry, Jack. The logo is like snakes eating each other, or like two snakes
like
together.
Like an Ouroboros kind of thing?
Kind of. It kind of looks like it's a circle of snakes.
Okay.
And so I was like, and one of the guys even commented, he was like, so I guess everybody here's on a podcast. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'm on the Reptiles.
Herping trip.
It was so funny. So funny. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to do a lot of things that I haven't done either in a long time or like for my first time. Going in the back of a truck really felt like a Mexican, just hanging off the side. Yeah, just hanging off the side, letting the wind hit me. Driving at night and looking up, and like we're in the middle of the forest, so like you don't see a lot of light pollution. You can just see the moon bright as day, like just lighting up the road and stuff. It was so nice, dude. Camping, I pulled the tick from my ball sack. That did happen.
Crazy.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah.
That's
crazy.
insanity.
Yeah.
They were like, no way. And I was like, yep, that
Did
did
you show
happen.
them?
No. I was tempted.
I swear, guys.
I swear, it's right there. I took a picture here.
So you had a good time.
Yeah, I did have a good time. I got some
will
lifers too.
Yeah.
Northern Cottonmouth.
Cool.
Eastern Copperheads.
Okay.
Super cool. What else is a lifer? I thought I had... So this one's still a little iffy. I thought I had a lifer Northern Racer, but with that area of South Carolina, it's like right at the edge, right at the border of the Southern range. So I'm pretty sure we saw Southerns. They might have been Northerns. They looked a little different to me. They didn't have like the red eyes. Sometimes a lot of racers have red around the eyes, or like dark brown. And then also the tongues. Southern racers usually have red tongues. These racers had black tongues.
Yeah.
Which isn't like enough to be like, this is a different species. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, so cool. Probably. I mean, with integrated zones.
There's also both pines up there.
Yep.
Same thing. Like a lot of.
We were also in an integrated zone between cane breaks and EDBs, but obviously, you know, those are hard to see. You're not going to see those. But it was fun. Gabe, one of the guys that was there, he did bring out his own personal Batwing, so it was cool to see.
Is that what they're called?
Nice. Batwing,
yeah. So I will say publicly. No, it looked like you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
I reacted to a couple of posts that a mutual of ours that was on the trip posted because it was hype. I expressed to all of you guys that it would have been nice to go. Like it sounded like a fun time. But we made a comment on the last podcast about certain things that were found that we were making a joke towards you, our friend.
Why are you not so scared, dude?
I'm building suspense.
I'm
a showman.
Yeah.
So
Scene.
It's my moment.
We were at the Reptiles With Podcast, and we were so dramatic about the distance that Tino drove outside of Florida to find some snakes that he would have found in his backyard. Chuck said, "That's crazy." Eric said, "Well, he looked like he had a good time."
I'm supportive.
Yeah.
And what came out of it was not Chuck that said the thing.
There was a lot of hate towards you.
It was a lot of hate towards me. I got a lot of hate from the mutual of ours that was on the trip, and I don't even want to name because I'm more like I. There's no fucking point.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, because it was, in my opinion, insignificant. I just didn't like that it was a personal attack towards me, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm attacking the podcast. He made fun of my height, which I've been getting made fun of my height my whole life. I don't give a fuck. Like this is like a low blow out of nowhere. It's not even a low blow. Like it is what it is. But it was like
it's a low blow.
It's a low blow, especially
if that's
with
your friend. That's a low blow.
You know,
somebody that I thought was my friend.
Yeah.
It painted a reality for me because they took it as like a personal approach on them, which I understand. This is the part that I understand. You guys, I don't mean it the way that it's about to sound. You guys are a bunch of men. You guys had no, for real. You guys are a bunch of men.
At the back of a truck.
No, you guys had
with ticks on your balls.
Yeah, an intimate experience of something that you guys all got to experience, like just do together. That is like something that you're all passionate about. That builds a bond.
Yeah. So some credit here. Yes, I have seen brown water snakes. Yes, I have seen corn snakes. You know, I didn't drive 7 hours to see them. I really drove 7 hours to hang out with some friends because I was like, I want to meet these guys because a lot of the other guys, it was my first time meeting them. Seeing them for the first time. But it was great to see Chaz again. It was great to see Preston again. And now I met Sky, who's also in Florida, so we're probably going to go out sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't see a lot of the stuff. I really went out to see a freaking red pygmy, a red pygmy rattlesnake. didn't find them in that area, but I mean, I guess they were there. We were joking, like half of us wanted to see red pygmies, and half of us were just joking. They're like, they're not real. Red pygmies just aren't real. They're not real.
Yeah.
And so it was funny. But the point is, so it's called this More Than Morelia Annual Herp Trip, because last year was the first one. I didn't make the first one. But the second one, and hopefully even more and more and more, is going to be great. Because so it's important what Chaz is doing. And Chaz is the guy that organizes it. He's More Than Morelia. He gets all these people. They're all his friends. And he makes sure that everybody has a good time. He gets them a good place. The reason it's important, there's a lot of reasons it's important. One of the things is that a lot of these people aren't necessarily like big herp people. You know, they're not the people posting on Instagram that they have a lot of herps. They're the people
just
posting
genuine
a lot like you
hobbyists
guys.
and passionate people.
Hobbyists.
Yeah.
They're posting pet snakes. They're posting snakes they've bred, projects they're working on, you know, the things that their viewers are excited about. And so for me, it's like, it's super important to get people out there. I mean, you especially, you're the one that advocates, go outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
People need to like get out of the tubs and get out of the racks, get out of the tanks. And
That's crazy.
Go outside into their habitats, see what's out there, see these animals, how they live and all that. And that was super important. For a lot of people, it was a lot of their lifers. 2 guys came from Maine and New Hampshire. And so it was like, you guys see fucking nothing.
Yeah, they got turtles though.
Nothing. Yeah, but out of the 7 turtles, 5 of them are endangered.
Yeah.
Okay, they only see 2 turtles reliably. Eastern painted and fucking snappers.
Reliably.
Yeah, so I mean, and like one of the guys was even saying, he was like, I just got my first snake of the year in March. Like it was a garter snake or a water snake.
It's
And I'm
goals
like,
for them,
that's
of course.
crazy.
Absolutely.
I mean, I could never be up there. Like,
I would die.
kill myself if I had to be
die.
up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's important to get everyone out there, and especially then. Because of the trip, everybody took pictures, everybody saw these animals, and now they're posting it to their stories. Now everybody that follows them now gets to see what, like, they get to be a part of it. They're like, yeah, I saw these things too. You know,
Absolutely.
understand.
Did I
They
shit on
learned
that?
a lot about that.
Did I shit on that?
No.
I didn't shit on that. That's not.
And so that's
Yeah.
why it's important. I think hopefully it continues to happen. I hope a lot of people start organizing
Tino,
more of their own things,
Tino,
like
you
more
know,
herp trips.
you know what's something I never told you, but I told you and I told him?
What?
You made a comment to me in one of the last podcasts, if not the last podcast that you did, and we were talking about you going on the trip, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to go because I don't have anybody to go with. And I told Eric 100%, I'm like, Tino never asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tino never asked me, and
so
then I
didn't
found
know
out
if it was like an exclusive thing because it's a private Facebook
yeah.
group. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to bring someone that Chaz not chill with.
I know. And you're right, but then I realized that Chaz had invited me. On Facebook, and I was like, damn, I really would have liked to go.
There were a lot of people invited.
Yeah.
Like I think it was only 9 to 10 of us.
Yeah. And I had mentioned to them that I was like, damn, like, should we do something like that? Like, do it here in Florida. And like, that's a fun thing. It has nothing to do with the personal. I understand that it's personal for him because it's something that he put together in a community that he's building.
Yeah.
But again,
I did not shit on that. That's not what I shit on.
For a lot of people too, it's like
name.
even the brown waters and red rats. Like, yeah, it's not lifers for me, but for a lot of these people, it is lifers. You know, a lot of the stuff, like a lot of people were documenting lifers for the first time.
No.
It's like,
Did I shit on that?
You know what else I'm not? A herper.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I didn't
Never
even
claimed
shit
to
on
be.
that. I literally kept saying that I wanted you to be a god. I was like, this motherfucker drove 14 hours. I want him to be a
I will
god.
also say too, like, just because something is rare or uncommon doesn't make it more valuable. Like,
No.
seeing, depending on the person, seeing a rainbow snake or a mud snake could be exactly the same as seeing a copperhead for someone else. Yeah, one of the things I was super excited to see the copperhead. Like, if you ask any of them,
for sure.
I would have liked to see
like,
one.
and
Listen,
that was
listen.
we saw like 10 of them on the roads, and I was
listen. Excitement,
The mud snake
absolutely.
came out, and I was like, okay, cool. I took
Listen.
a couple pictures, with my phone, my camera, because it's like,
Excitement,
yeah, it's cool, but it's not for
absolutely.
me. It's not my thing.
Excitement, absolutely. But the reason I was shitting on you specifically, as a friend, by the
like,
way, because I don't
drove
really
away.
give a fuck. Because I don't really give a fuck, but I'm always shitting on you all the time. Is because if you're going to herp, right? If you really want to learn the way to herp, the rare species, not that they're rare that makes it cool, is that you have to target them a specific way. And once you learn that, bro, there's people out there that can find indigos way better and faster than a lot of the organizations that are out here, right? So that's how, in my head, that's how you become a
herper.
high tier herper. That's a herper.
Yeah.
If you're going out finding any snake that just comes out, you're not targeting, you don't know how to target. You're not a herper and you're just hiking and waiting for snakes to come over to you.
Yeah, but that doesn't diminish the.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't diminish the experience. That
It
they're
doesn't.
having.
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not. The experience, amazing. Meeting people, amazing. Making new friends and connections, amazing. Building a community, amazing. But I did not shit on that. That's not what I spoke
We're
on.
shitting
I
on
spoke-
you.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck this dude.
And as a friend too, like I don't really mean like, oh, you're a piece of shit for not finding things. Like, no,
It's
I
not
just
that
mean like,
deep.
yeah, I just mean like, damn, red pygmies, dude.
I mean, I've been fire.
Yeah,
that
come
been
on,
that would have
bro.
been
Fucking around.
That would have been
Like
the
it's just that. That's what herping is.
Yeah.
Once you're herping, you herp the same thing over and over again. It's cool, but then you're gonna want to shoot for the next thing, and the next thing is the red pygmy there.
Now-
I literally went last night with I guess now my friend Joey Malika to look for SKs.
Yeah.
I'd seen SKs before and pygmies before. So has he.
Found a shit ton.
I found a shit ton
Absolutely.
of SKs.
Yeah.
I know where you were
not
at.
like an insane
Well,
amount.
yeah.
I know where you were at.
He
More
was
than-
telling me that a record night for him was like 24 or 36.
What the fuck?
One of those numbers, I'm like,
I mean,
Jeez, that's crazy.
With those, the place you went to, cake.
oh yeah.
Cake.
But
You
like,
can't do that
that's
nowhere
the point.
else.
That's the point. It's like I don't need to go out and herp for 5 hours to hopefully find something or find something I'm not interested in. Like I find
Absolutely.
SKs and pygmies for days.
In that one
Yeah.
place, you can't do that nowhere else.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Oh,
I
for
promise.
SKs you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just that specific place, but
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you're targeting.
Yeah.
Now you know
Yeah.
that place is the place.
Yeah. So like
And that's what it is. I was just shitting on that. I was just shitting on, damn, Tino, 14 hours. I could find everything you found there 30 minutes from my house.
But
but the point is like for a lot of people
It's the
like,
friends
you met
this is
along the
what we
way.
like.
Absolutely.
and I
but didn't
literally
shit
said
on
that. I said that.
And I didn't shit on that, did I? I didn't shit on the guys. I didn't shit on the group. I didn't shit on that experience. I just went, damn, I could find all of those things in Florida. Is that a fact? That's a fact. I could find all those things. That was it.
Yeah.
That was fucking it. I could have gone 30 minutes and found out that shit.
One of the
And-
other great things
okay.
about it, there was a couple other elderly campers that were near us, and it's so funny. They were probably seeing a bunch
Scared?
of shirtless dudes. Like, what the fuck are they doing out there?
You see,
know? And
you
then
see
when they
too much
come
of a
up to
good
us-
time. I don't
No.
fuck with that.
And then when they come up
And
to us,
you don't
they're
want
like,
me to make a joke?
and then when they come up to us, they're like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "We're looking for snakes."
You didn't have to look hard.
Oh, you had to be.
You guys
hard.
were half exposed.
You had to look hard.
All right. Anyways,
But
but
with these elderly campers, some of them came up to us. They were like, "Oh, I took a picture of the snake. What is it?" And we're able to talk to them about it. We got a corn snake in hand, and we were like, Chaz Chaz was the one like actually showing them the snake. It's like, yeah, this is a harmless snake. They're valuable to the ecosystem, and like all that stuff is so important because now those campers will. I mean, they're regular campers.
Yeah.
they'll come back every single time, and maybe they don't kill the next snake.
100%.
You know,
Or they kill them
it's-
faster. You never know with those people.
I guess.
But
Listen.
But it's so important. I wish more people would do it. I think
And-
there should be more herp trips for a lot of people, and that's why Chaz plans them out like a year in advance, so that if you can kind of make the means
I got
to go for
2
it.
points to it. I got
Yeah.
2 points, and I didn't shit on it before, but I will now because I really don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. What those things do, those things have happened before. You know what they do? They bring the poachers in.
That was one of my concerns too.
They
It's
bring
like,
the poachers
you have to
in.
be really selective
Yep.
about who you bring.
Brings the poachers in.
Unfortunately,
That's why it's an
And then
invite thing.
you're showing multiple people the spots. Then those people show other people. Then those people show other people.
Yep.
Then that is the
You gotta be
thing that
selective.
happens
Yeah.
every single time.
You do need
Even
to
when
be
you do that.
selective.
Even when you do that, it always happens. So like,
Yeah. But that's
am I-
for that
am I-
reason. For that reason, if you want to keep it selective, go ahead and keep it selective to the people you like. But post it, put it online so that people can enjoy that trip with you. So that people can see that the people that follow you, they see that and they're like, okay, you know what? I've been seeing a lot of corn snakes in bins for days, you know, and then all of a sudden, wow, a wild corn snake. How cool.
yeah, that is cool. That
Yeah.
is very cool. I
You
mean,
know,
I don't
putting
think
it out
people
there.
have to do
Yeah.
that, but that is very cool, and I agree. Like,
I think you should. Not like
Absolutely.
you don't have an obligation, but
Yeah,
like
no,
morally,
yeah,
just be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
if your followers are into what you're doing and
Yeah.
stuff, they like the reptiles,
absolutely.
give them a peek.
yeah.
Absolutely,
Let 'em
I,
know what
agree,
you're
I can
doing.
agree with that. I can agree with it,
Yeah.
with showing people and teaching people on these animals. At the same time, if you're gonna be on social media, somebody's gonna say something about it, whatever it is. Like, you get the heat. You know, like I post things and people come at me because 1, I keep animals in captivity. 2, I work with crocodilians. 3, I work with venomous snakes. You know, there's always that one person out. Only good snake is a dead snake type of deal, right? And I deal with it like normally. The situation that I did not like within this situation is that those people are within the industry, and all I said was all of those things are common. I said your name specifically. I didn't mention none of those people. I didn't shit on the community. I didn't shit on any of these motherfuckers.
You did after.
Huh? Oh, after?
Yeah, you know what?
Listen, I will. And he held me back.
And they attacked me, and
he held me
So
back.
everybody knows I'm not holding anybody back.
Yeah.
You all,
Yeah.
everybody here is adults. I'm not in high school. Y'all do whatever the fuck you want.
He held me back, but I don't really give a fuck about this ugly motherfucker saying whatever the fuck he wants to say, bro.
Well,
I don't really give
did
a
a
fuck,
good thing.
and I will roast
You did
the
a good
fuck out
thing.
of him all the way to the end if I wanted to. But he's a lame motherfucker anyways, bro. That thing weighs like 2 pounds as it is. It's 2 inches taller than this one's, trying to call him short. Like, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck. Because something like that, you want to post something on the story. If I slap the fuck out of him, then what? I'm in the wrong?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'll slap him again.
You know, I told them too. I was honestly
bro.
like, you know what? Chuck thrives on not bad publicity, but thrives on what's it called?
Just the heat.
Heat. Yeah, there we go. He thrives on heat, and I'm like, if you don't give it to him, nothing happens.
Yeah, I was just chilling. But I didn't think about it like they were going to get mad or anything.
No,
Mind
yeah.
you, I don't really give a fuck. I don't know none of these motherfuckers, nor give a fuck to know any of them.
Yeah.
They don't pay my bills. They don't take care of me.
No.
I don't really give a fuck,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah,
Nobody
as it
pays your
should be.
bills. Don't give a shit about what anybody says.
Absolutely. But the fact that they want to go on their stories instead of like, you got something to say, it hurts your feelings, bro?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, tell me.
I agree
Oh, you
too.
want to post on your story? I could post on my story, and I'm going to hurt the fuck out of your feelings.
Yeah.
And I held back.
Yeah. If things are gonna be personal, keep it personal.
Yeah, I held back a lot, bro.
Yeah,
a
no,
lot.
I know you
a
held
lot.
back. Yeah,
Because
for real.
I literally was like on the chat. I was like, oh, I'm in. Like, he wants to smoke. I'll give him all the smoke. I don't really give a fuck. Held back because of mostly respect for you, because you're my friend and you're friends with them too, and I don't want to fuck that up, of course.
Yeah.
So I held back because of that. I held back because he told me to not go crazy.
Yeah.
But I also feel like if you're on social media, you're in the heat. You're about to. You gotta take what it comes with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also remember, we're on these shows. We all know each other, bro. We're gonna meet each other, and then what?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking.
I'm
awkward.
gonna be in Atlanta in 2 months.
Yep.
I'll probably see him.
Yeah.
This is somebody that I consider a friend. He's done the podcast when I do the show in Atlanta. He didn't want to take my calls. He wanted to, again, not only make fun of me publicly. I didn't say shit. You
Yeah.
said shit, and I don't give a fuck whatever. But it was the same thing. I'm like, I don't want to do anything that's gonna hurt you because you just had a good time.
No, whatever. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. It's
All
not
right.
on me.
No. But this is the thing.
I'm not nobody's dad. I'm not nobody's
Tino,
bodyguard.
Tino, but this is
nobody's
the-
girlfriend.
No, Tino. But this is something that you're not understanding. Something that you're not understanding is that this is what boys do. This is what, like, when you're like friends with somebody.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
a man. I get ticks on my balls.
No. It's not that.
Like
It's just
a man.
It's that you and I have a specific connection. So if something happens to you, even though it didn't directly happen to me, it happened to me because I'm gonna be there for you.
You know,
the same way that Chuck didn't have to say anything, and then mind you, Chuck was like, "Yo, he's saying it against my words," but I'm sure that in Chuck's mind, it's also but he also went for this fucking guy for no reason.
Sometimes it's weird. Like,
I didn't get tagged.
Yeah,
I didn't get
yeah.
anything. I woke up that morning going to make the clip, which I still haven't even done for the episode. And the first thing I see is a story post from him saying something about me, not even tagging me. Bitch, when we make fun of Nerd, when we make fun of Donnie, that
Yup,
I'm
we
friends
say who
with
it
Donnie
is.
now, and I fucking tag them.
yeah.
Okay? And we get shat on and whatever, dude.
Yeah, move on.
You know, and and why do I tag it? Not for the publicity. Open the conversation. What happened at Animal Con? I said hi to Donnie. You were there.
Yeah.
We said hi to Donnie, and the way that Donnie introduces us to Kevin. Oh, these are the guys that make fun of us on the podcast. We all had a big laugh about it. Next day, we're having breakfast together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, instead
And
of
that's
taking it
it.
so personal over
Yeah.
common
Yeah.
snakes. Like, I don't understand. Like, you understand? Like, it's so
Look.
stupid.
I think
Tino, if anybody
run
says
high
anything
because
about
sometimes
you,
it's like-
if anybody says anything about you,
yeah.
and it's in front of me,
Yeah.
and if it's something that I wouldn't say to you, if it's something that is off bounds, I'm gonna tell the fucking person something.
I mean, that's your right. For me, it's like, I mean, you guys say whatever the fuck you like. You're an adult. You can take care of yourself. You're an adult. You can take care of yourself. You're an adult. You can take care
Absolutely.
of yourself. For me, it's like, you guys are my friends because I love hanging out with you guys, and you guys are my brothers, and now with these guys too. Now my friends, now my brothers. You know, it's like, to an extent, it's like, you know what? If
Let
someone
the
doesn't want to be my
squabble.
friend because of someone that I'm friends with, it's like,
They're
that's
stupid.
petty.
Yeah, that
That's
is stupid,
petty.
and that is very.
That's petty. That's
high
not my
school
thing.
behavior.
That's not my
Absolutely.
thing. Yeah, high school behavior. I don't live with any of. I don't even live with any of you, and y'all are. You're 10 minutes away from me. I don't live with any of you, and you guys don't say shit about what I do or say.
No.
That's the thing.
It just sucks you can't talk about this stuff, because I even tried reaching out to you after what he's posted about you and all that stuff, and I even got shot down after just asking a simple question like, hey, what was it that happened?
Yeah.
I was invited.
For me, there was no
I get
heat.
that sometimes things can be personal, because when you find the snake in the wild, it's maybe your first time seeing one, you're like, this is the coolest point of my life. Common or not.
To each
common
their
or not,
own,
this is the
Yeah.
coolest moments of my life.
Absolutely.
Like,
But
I mean, I was on
That's why I get like where they could have felt like they were being attacked and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's just like, it's banter when we're shitting on our friend.
Yeah,
Like,
and
we're just-
also you're on social media, bro. If you
It's
don't
going
like
to
it, get the
happen.
fuck off it.
Yeah,
That's
he
it.
said some
It's social
like
media.
he said some shit to him that it's just like you don't gotta fucking.
You're on
like,
social media, bro.
yeah.
Like you're on social media. You're good. Like somebody's gonna say something.
wasn't
and guess
even-
what? You can't take it to
Yeah.
heart. And if you're gonna take it to heart, bro, I've been holding back so much. Every time he posts, I've been
I'm
thinking.
aware.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
literally
aware.
I just want to just fuck with
One
him.
person posted, I love him. He's so funny. He posted the mud snake that we found, and he goes, I want to try to get it right. You've been told this was a water snake. And I'm like, that's so funny. Also,
I don't even know who else posted
Look,
because I don't
I
even
don't
know
give a
those
fuck
guys.
about
this is what's also funny. So that group was responding to things I hadn't said that you guys had said, and then you guys responded for the things that they had posted. And like both of you went to me, and I was like, I didn't say shit to nobody. I didn't tell this group
Listen,
what I'd found.
listen.
I didn't tell them what you guys said. I was like, because they were like, oh, did you see what your friends did on the podcast? I'm like, no,
You
I
know-
wasn't there, so I didn't see it.
You know what's funny? You know what's also funny? 2 days later, that one guy posted 12 mud snakes in Florida right on his hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Anery mud snakes.
Actually, like 2 weeks before, they'd found like 3 rainbow snakes in the same
Dude.
area. I'm like,
Dude.
fire.
I'm telling, like it's just common shit. It's just common shit, and it is what it is. Those are common snakes, are they not? They're common.
Yeah.
They're not saying you can't get happy. I get happy over common shit too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
No,
do.
you don't. No,
Yes, he does.
I do.
Yes, he does.
Pygmies. The pygmies in an area where they're not. That's different. Stupid. That's you're retarded.
I do get excited, dude. Pygmies. I love pygmies. Coach whips. Whenever I see them, I get really excited.
one of the first things that the first year that we started doing this shit together, you were jizzing over the fact that you found a corn snake in a tree.
Yeah.
You were
Corn
like,
snakes.
they're
Mud
arboreal.
snakes.
You don't get it.
Listen, mud snakes is one of my favorite snakes in
They
North
are,
America,
yeah, you love
and I
them.
find them, and every time I get
Yeah.
super excited.
Yeah.
Now it's a common snake,
It is
and
a
I
common
understand
snake, yeah.
that, but I still get excited over it.
Like
it's not
what
over
you like,
that
it's
either.
not a big deal.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm just
What-
saying.
who cares what
I'm just
someone else is
saying,
roasting you about what
you
you
let me
found?
down with no red pygmies, dude.
Honestly, we had 10 people in there looking through that forest. Not one. You know what,
Womp
too?
womp.
Like, I was thinking, so one of the guys that was there, he was like, we're definitely going to find canes before pygmies. You know, and it's like, this area.
Dude.
For me, I'm like, man,
Dude.
that makes me sad. That makes me sad because I wanted to see a pygmy.
That's another thing. Like South Carolina.
I even had the
no
mentality to be
canes.
like, you know what, I'm going to go further north and I'm going to find. There were some days that it also rained a little bit. So it was like,
I found canes
I
in
get
rainy
it.
days.
yeah. I mean, sometimes
Bro,
they do.
whenever I go to Georgia, I showed you guys how many snakes do I
went
get
in
on
South
those
Carolina.
trips.
If anything, you should be like, oh, it's better in South Carolina because they're rarer.
Bruh. Listen, do we have
Dude.
anything else to say about this shit?
Nah, fuck them.
Look, the only reason, again, we're only having this conversation not because we want to make something out of it. We're having this conversation because it's relevant to what the conversation is. I don't know if I'm going to tag them in this or not.
I don't think they want to, because that was one of the things that he was explaining to me. It's like, we should only be talking about stuff that we do. So it's like, I don't
see you guys all the time. What the fuck? You guys
I
want
mentioned most everybody. So you guys want to follow? If you guys look at their pages, they'll be posting stuff. So
Yeah,
And if you guys do what you
I'm open to having a conversation. It just bummed me out that somebody that I considered a friend, you know, didn't answer my call because of something that was said about him that was upsetting. It just, take my call, have this fucking conversation. What's the big deal?
The confrontation.
You know, and
It's
it's
the
just
big
like
deal.
I get it, whatever. It is what it is.
And that's-
this shit will probably in a couple fucking weeks rest, and maybe I'll get a message, and then maybe things will be fine, and then we all go on the trip next year.
I don't
Whatever.
really give a fuck to be near these fuckers.
Yeah,
they all
whatever.
sound like pussies to me. I don't really give a
So
fuck.
whatever. I
Up
mean,
to
look,
you.
again, and we've said this a bunch on this podcast. I mean, obviously it's a comedy reptile podcast. Okay, we're out here making fucking jokes, trying to make people laugh or whatever this, whatever that. But also, like, we are super reachable.
Yeah.
Even
Super
though
what?
this fucking asshole has 130,000 fucking followers, no wonder they don't tag him. But fucking
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, send him a message.
Bro, over 400 people clicked on the shit when I tagged them.
Yeah.
It's like
you gave him, and that's why I told him, like, don't do it because
I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, and there's the thing. So we're all super reachable.
I'm
If you
nobody's dad, nobody's girlfriend, nobody's.
You don't even know how to be a
bodyguard.
dad.
No, I don't.
Again,
I don't.
We're all super reachable. Whatever. If you want to make fun of me, make fun of me. Tag me. Let's have this conversation. And just because these podcasts aren't as long as you like your 2-hour podcast talking about whatever the fuck you guys talk about, listen, we're looking at different fucking metrics. I'd love to see your retention. We end this shit whenever the fuck we want. This was the Reptiles With Podcast.